can TSUYA take a one-star program, the Hawaiian Rainbow Warriors, who has never won a national championship, and turn them into a 5-star dynasty? College Football Recruiting Simulator starts now.
Welcome back, everyone. Season 6 is here of these Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. We've been crushing the recruiting for these past 2 years, signing at least 15 plus 5 stars. Hawaii has to be arguably the hardest place to recruit because of the proximity to home. I think maybe every year you get about 30 5-star recruits, and we already get locked out of at least, I'd say, 10 recruits because of that. So if you can turn Hawaii into a 5-star program, you can turn literally any other college football program into a 5-star program. But we're not quite there yet, as we still need a half-star more. Dude, we haven't even offered you a scholarship and you're already saying no. Let's meet our season 6 recruits. Hello, Nick, Danny, Sir Mix-a-Lot, George, Johnny Cage, Bobo, Topa, Charbonnet, Graves, Mugeli, Melvin, O'Malley, Donnelly, Crummy, Das, Souza, Dunham. Let's scout some of these 5-star recruits. 95 speed scrambling quarterback. Let's go. What's the fastest defensive end you've ever seen? 84 I think is pretty decent. Johnny Cage is overrated. Mugeli is a 95 speed free safety. Melvin got 98 speed as a wide receiver. Come on, Crummy isn't that bad. Quintarius Willingham, Akeem Imator Bebe. Dude, it's Rambo. Shout out to NCAA. Some of these names are pretty sweet. Week 0 and Jalen says, no soup for you. For the rest of these 5-star recruits, we're going to send the house like we usually do. I think we have 16 5-stars this year, so we're going to be left with 100 recruiting hours left over. You know we have to put an extra 25 hours into our boy Nick with that 95 speed as a quarterback. 25 hours on Melvin because he's got that 98 speed as a wide receiver. I like speed. 15 hours on Mugeli because he's capped at 70. 25 hours on Dunham. And the last 10 hours on Anthony Crummy. Shout out to our boy Ruben Studdard. Week 2 and we got 2 5-star recruits that are ready for visits. Mugeli and Dunham. Mugeli's actually ready for a hard pitch as well. What a workhorse. See what I did there? We got 4 recruits that will be visiting in week 4 when we play against Wyoming. Danny, Sir Mix-a-Lot, and George. Week 5 visits when we play against Oklahoma will be Johnny Cage, Bobo, Manu Topa, and Steven Charbonnet. Week 6 visits when we play against Penn State will be Melvin, O'Malley, Donnelly, and Crummy. Damian Graves is very interested. 250 hours remaining, and we have a bunch of recruits that are ready to be hard pitched. Larry Melvin, Danny Incum, Anthony Crummy. Why do you look so sad, Anthony? Marquand Mix, George Mendoza, and Gabe Cage. Week 4 and Alex Mugeli from Des Solo, Texas is our first commitment in season 6. We got a bunch of hours now, so that means we're going to hard pitch and max out some of these recruits. Sterling Bobo and Manu Topa are going to be pitched about being a couple of workhorses. Steven Charbonnet will be pitched about going to work. Damian Graves will visit in week 10 when we face Utah State. Andres Souza will be pitched about his aspirations. Cole Dunham will be pitched about being a student of the game. I'm not going to let Georgia take Danny, so we're going to max out his hours. Bobo, don't do it. Don't go to Georgia. We're going to max out Andres Souza's hours, Cole Dunham, Nick Beckford, Larry Melvin, and George Mendoza. Week 5 and George Mendoza from Pompano Beach, Florida. Marquand Mix from Pelham, Alabama. Nick Beckford from Valdosta, Georgia. Oh no, it's Monday. I'm really happy we got Nick. He's that 95 speed quarterback. Danny Incum is in his top 3. Sorry, Georgia and Alabama. Gabe Cage is in his top 3. Oh no, Bobo. Max out Charbonnet. Hard pitch O'Malley about the conference spotlight. We're going to soft pitch Dave Donnelly because we don't know what his hard pitch is yet. And he's between 2 possibilities, workhorse and starter. I think he really needs it just so that Clemson doesn't pull ahead of us. Max out Damian Graves hours. Max out O'Malley. I'm kind of nervous about Donnelly, so I'm going to send the house as well. No joke, I know a guy who looks exactly like Anthony Crummy. Max out Manu Topa's hours and Johnny Cage's hours. Week 6 and Gabe Cage from Upper Marlboro, Maryland commits. Dunham from Atlanta, Georgia. Larry Melvin from Houston, Texas. I'm actually surprised that Bobo signed with us this quick, considering how close it was. And Danny Inkum from Tucker, Georgia. It's pretty clear where Manu Topa wants to go to school. Charbonnet is in his top 3. Damian Graves is approaching his top 3, as well as Jared O'Malley. We figured out Dave Donnelly's ideal hard pitch. It was workhorse. So we're going to switch that soft pitch to a hard pitch, and we're going to max out his hours. Mr. Crummy and Mr. Souza look like a commit for next week. What did I tell you guys?
The force is strong with this one.
That's probably not even right. All that effort paid off with Dave Donnelly. O'Malley from Houston, Texas, cornerback. Manu Topa from Hodgenville, Kentucky. Week 7 and our last 5 stars on the board are Steven Charbonnet and Damian Graves, which means we have 605 hours to allocate to the 4 stars that are still on our board. Luis Honeycutt, wide receiver. Quintedius Willingham. Tobias Killebrew, Wendell. Jeff Donahue, left tackle. Emmanuel Everett, left guard. Sam Luvu, right offensive linebacker. Soma Yang, Gordon. D'Angelo Bloom. Holiday is the best day. Here's a mid-season update of the top recruiting classes of the nation. So far we signed 14 out of 14 5-stars. Week 8 and Steven Charbonnet from Flomaton, Alabama committed. Also 4-star recruit Luis Honeycutt from Orange, California. Jeff wants no part of Hawaii. And we say goodbye to Gordon. Sam Luvu is in his top 3. Soma Yang is approaching his top 3. We still have a long way to go with Russell Holiday. I'm going to add a couple more 4-stars to our board. Tyrone Royer and Gabriel Reimmersma. Week 9 and Tobias Killebrew committed. Sam Luvu from Honolulu, Hawaii. Tori Wendell from Mount Carmel, Illinois. Damn you, Damien. You ruined our perfect 5-star season. I think I've always had at least one 5-star recruit that did not commit with me. Emmanuel looks ready for some sunshine and waves. Soma Yang could use some sunshine. I found an imposter among us. Aw, how cute. Soma Yang and Emmanuel Everett committed at the same time. Looks like they are gonna hang out at the beach together. I guess Finau Lapuaho knew we were onto him and his fake ID. Week 11, D'Angelo Bloom and Gabriel Reimmersma commit to Hawaii. Mr. Willingham is in his top 3. James will probably stay close to home. You got no shot, Kentucky. But you do have a shot with Tyrone Royer. Week 11 update for the top recruiting classes, and so far we've signed 15 5-stars and 8 4-stars. Quintedius Willingham from Pleasanton, Nebraska. Sorry, Kentucky. Got him. We only have 2 4-stars left on our board, James Fernandez and Russell Holiday. I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but sometimes the 5-star recruits and even the 4-star recruits, as the season progresses, your grades change. So sometimes they unlock you. So oftentimes I have FOMO and I always check the prospect list. Hello, Holiday. James decided to stay close to home. Congrats to Brian Raduns. We lost both of our coordinators. That means we're going to take a hit to our coach prestige and coach stability grades. The good news is at least we found an offensive coordinator that is a recruiter, which is pretty rare. We didn't get so lucky for the defensive coordinator, but I guess he'll do. Welcome to the team, Abdul Crumpler and Chris Arnold. Spencer Hillyman says, I'm going to the league. We say goodbye to a lot of Season 2 and Season 3 Rainbow Warriors. Transfer portal and off-season recruiting. There are only 3 recruits that fit our team needs. Chauncey, no poker games for you, buddy. Heath, and Brett. Needless to say, we did sign Heath, Brett, and Chauncey. National Signing Day and your Rainbow Warriors signed 29 recruits, 15 5-stars, 14 4-stars, and is your best recruiting class of the nation. Georgia's number 7. I just realized something. So usually I always keep the recruits that have a lot of speed or a lot of strength, but sometimes their overall is lacking. Maybe that's the reason why I can't get from 4.5 to 5 stars so quickly. It's because I sacrificed the overall for the speed and the strength. Oh well, I guess. It's about that journey, not
about the destination, right? My name is TSUYA. Thank you everyone for watching. Season 7 of these Rainbow Warriors will be here shortly. We're going to keep going until we get that elusive 5 stars. And remember, with great power comes great responsibility.